All right, guys, let's talk about the 5 boring but also fastest ways to get your channel to 1,000 subscribers quickly, efficiently, and painlessly. That's what we're gonna be talking about in this video. I'm gonna be showing you a ton of different examples of channels that have done all 5 of these things that I'm going to recommend. So if you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button. Now let's jump into it right now. So way number 1 is making simple videos. And literally, like, whenever I tell people to do this, they think like, oh, I've heard that before, or, you know, oh, that wouldn't work for my niche. I mean, and it's just wrong 99.9% of the time. So let me just give you an example. This channel right here, Maple's Pet Dinosaur, made a freaking music video. And it's actually pretty good. And the video is called Teenage Band Uses Neighbor's Ring Camera to Make Free Music Video. Full ring video Lego. And this is just a brilliant video. And that's exactly what she does, is she literally just uses the neighbor's, or I guess they literally just use the neighbor's ring camera to make a video. And it's pretty freaking good. I'll play you like a few seconds. So yeah, they made this whole freaking music video, went pretty viral. They got a bunch of opportunities from it. And of course they made some money from it, but much more importantly, they got a lot of attention. But it's not just them. This is an extreme example because it's a music video. Most of the time people think you have to spend millions and millions of dollars to make a music video. But the whole aesthetic, like what everybody wants these days, whether it's YouTube or outside of YouTube, is realness. They want authenticity, raw, authentic type content that's real. It's not AI. It's not overly produced. That is what people want, and that's why these types of videos do so well right now, even if it's a freaking music video. Now, by the way, if you want to learn how to make simple videos and make them very quickly, most people take like 20 or 40 hours to make a good video. We teach people how to make videos in as little as 15 minutes, literally like as little as 15 minutes. So if you want to know how to do that, we're doing a live training. All right, quick break, guys. This week, I'm going to be hosting a free live workshop that's going to be designed to help you grow and make money on YouTube. So click the link in the description below to check out when that will be happening. And at this workshop, I'm going to be giving away my brand new tool, the Niche Validator Pro 2.0.5, completely free. This is a powerful GPT-driven tool that I've been working on, and it's been trained on thousands of hours of my teaching, my philosophy, and coaching sessions. And with it, you can uncover hidden profitable YouTube niches and generate viral content ideas with just one click. And I'm going to be giving it away for this one time only at the workshop, so make sure you show up. Click the link in the description of the pinned comment below, and when you're done registering, make sure to click on add this to your calendar. So it'll show up in your Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar, so you won't miss the chance to grab this free AI tool. Now, you'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you. See you this week on the live workshop. Click that link in the description in the pinned comment below to sign up, and make sure you put it in your calendar. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. So let me just give you example after example of people doing this. How to make pickle Pepsi at home for free. Over 3 million views.
See, 2 pickles in a pickle jar.
Just exist, bro. 2.8 million views.
All you need to do in life.
When you just ain't got it all together. 7.6 million views.
And they don't have it all together.
You've consumed enough, God wants you to start creating. 1.1 million views.
If this video is shown up on your feed.
And almost all of these were shot on an iPhone or a very basic camera. In the case of the Pickle Pepsi guy, it looks like it was shot on a camera from the 1990s. So you do not need a fancy setup. You do not need to spend a ton of time on your thumbnails. You do not need to have the best video and the best camera and the best lens and the best audio and the best set. You don't need all of that stuff. And what you need to do is just simply make simple videos and do it consistently, which is the second thing I'm going to talk about. It is so important for you to be consistent on YouTube. So many people will start on YouTube. They post one video. If they're lucky, they get discouraged and they just quit. Some people will post 3 videos. They get discouraged and then they quit. Please don't do this. Let me show you examples of channels that were consistent and they were rewarded for it. Solo Second Half. She basically created videos of herself documenting her life after 50 alone. And guess what? A lot of other people are in that same exact situation, especially a lot of women. And she talks about topics like grief, loneliness, love, aging, and rebuilding a sense of purpose. And her early videos were simple: soft lighting, minimal editing, and just her talking to the camera from her home office. No fancy studio, no expensive equipment, but those videos connected deeply with people. And some of her most popular videos are her just walking around outside and recording a video. And that's actually what happened with her breakout video. The Truth About Ending Up Alone as You Age got over 1 million views.
Wanted to go for a walk, so
Another breakout video was relationships over 50, don't become a victim. That got over 839,000 views, and she has nearly 100,000 subscribers now. And the reason her videos do so well is because of the fact that they're simple, they're raw, they're authentic, and she consistently posts them. If she would have just done one of these, or maybe 3 of them, or one of them every month or something, she would not have had anywhere near the level of success that she has had on YouTube. And now she's making a full-time income from her channel, just documenting what she's doing, documenting her thoughts, and giving her opinion on what you should do if you're single after 50. And the third thing that you should do is copy ideas from small creators, okay? Do not reinvent the wheel. So copy ideas, but you have to do it in a very specific way. Now, let me give you an example. This is my brother's channel, Zach of All Trades. This channel was started, I believe, May 26, 2025. And his very first video that did well, we got the idea from it from this guy right here. High paying trades jobs no one's talking about. And Zach's title is highest paying trades jobs that nobody is talking about 2025. So the title is very, very similar. Of course, the thumbnail is different. And of course, the video itself is different. But what's important is that the idea of the video is the same. And the easiest way to have the right idea is to just have a similar title. We typically tell people to make the title 90% the same. Don't make it exactly the same, but 90% the same is all right. And that's exactly what he did. And this video was the very first video on his channel. All he did is just follow the methods that we recommend, and his video absolutely blew up, got over 800,000 views, blew his channel up, and less than a month later, he was already making $214 a day from AdSense. And that's just from AdSense alone. He's already monetizing in other ways outside of that. And by the way, we are gonna be having a live training. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. Okay, the fourth boring but fastest way to get to 1,000 subscribers is the packaging. Now, this is something that we absolutely cannot ignore. At the same time, I don't want to get too deep in on it, but the packaging is basically your thumbnail, your title, and your intro, right? Because at this point, you picked a really good video idea, you're keeping it simple, you're being consistent, but you do need to make sure that that idea is communicated in a way where other people understand. Because let's just say you have like the greatest business idea in the world, or you have the greatest product, physical product in the world. If you aren't able to communicate the value of that product to somebody else, then nobody's ever going to use your product. So you have to have good packaging, good marketing in order for people to actually use it. So there's basically 3 elements of packaging that matter on YouTube. And element number 1, which is the first thing that people see typically, is a click-worthy thumbnail. So high contrast colors, simple bold text, if you have any text at all, curiosity-driven image. Element number 2 is an irresistible title. Something that has a clear value proposition and gets the person to actually click on the video, because typically they'll see the thumbnail first, then they'll make a decision if they're gonna look at the title, and then they make a decision if they're gonna click on the video. And that brings us to the third thing, which is a strong hook and intro. The first 10 seconds of your video matter the most. So tell them exactly what they're getting. No fluff, no long intros, get straight to the value. Now, everyone knows that their thumbnail, title, and their hook or intro need to be good. I think if you've been watching YouTube stuff, you already know that. But here's the key that so many people miss. They need to be congruent with each other. This is why I like to call the thumbnail, the title, and the intro the holy trifecta, because there are 3 things that not only need to be good on their own, and by the way, good does not mean you spend a ton of time doing them. In fact, overly produced thumbnail, titles, and intros oftentimes aren't that good, but they do need to be good on their own, but more importantly, they need to be congruent with each other. And again, here's an example from my brother's videos. Of course, we go into way more detail than this in the live training. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to check that out. But yeah, my brother is a trades business owner. And of course, he made this channel to teach the younger version of himself how to do things better. But yeah, highest paying trades jobs that no one is talking about, 2025. Highest paying 200,000 trades jobs. The title and the thumbnail are congruent. And then if you watch the intro, it's also congruent. Now, what a lot of people will do is they don't even address the promise that they promised in the title and thumbnail in the intro. They basically just go off in some random tangent, barely even connected thing that doesn't even tell the person that, hey, this video is what the title and the thumbnail promised. And that is a huge mistake. And the reason that they're doing that is because they aren't making the title, thumbnail, and intro together, which you don't necessarily have to make the whole thumbnail, but you at least need to have the idea for the thumbnail when you're making the title and intro together. And that'll fix that problem. And of course, you want to do it in a certain way, like we do it with the holy trifecta. But this is a very common mistake that I see people make. So just as an example, I'll see people do 5 best and worst trade jobs for 2025. And you can see that he's kind of like being a little bit negative here. You know, he's doing thumbs down here. And that's because the video is talking about some of the worst trades jobs for 2025. Same thing with this one. Top 5 reasons being an electrician sucks in 2025. And it's, you know, it's kind of a negative face. But this one here is positive. Top 10 highest paying trades jobs or trade school jobs. And he's making a positive face. You see what I mean? Like, a lot of people will mess this up. They'll make a negative face when it's actually a positive video and it just doesn't feel right. So you have to make sure that the vibe of the thumbnail, the title, and the intro are all the same, and the value proposition is all the same as well. And this is something that people mess up on all the time. Now, the 5th thing is the actual video itself and the production of the video. Now, there's an easy way of doing this and a hard way of doing this. Remember, I said to make simple videos, but let's talk about, you know, let's say you're making scripts or you're making the outlines for scripts and you're just making the videos in general. How do you do it? Well, the easiest way to do it is to understand that basically all content, like all content that's ever been made, is essentially all listicles. And what I mean by that is obviously like this video is a listicle. 5 boring but fastest ways to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. At least that's our plan for the title. So this video is a listicle. My brother's videos, they were listicles. But even things that are not listicles, like how-to videos. Usually, how-to videos are made step by step. So it's kind of like a how-to and you do it in a step-by-step process. What is that? A list. Or how about, obviously, a step-by-step tutorial would also be a list. Even Mr. Beast's videos basically almost always follow a certain storyline. And so it's essentially a list of things that happen or things that they try to make happen within his videos. Same thing with movies. They usually follow a 12-act structure. What is a 12-act structure? It's a list. Same thing with books. Books usually have chapters. What are chapters? It's a list. The point is, everything essentially is a listicle. And so when you're making your video, you want to have that in mind, whether it's literally a pure listicle video or it's some other completely unrelated type video, it should almost always follow a similar structure. And videos that are lists are easy to click, they're easy to watch, they're easy to retain viewers because they see that it's happening in a bite-sized fashion. It's like a step-by-step bite-sized fashion where it's quite easy for them to follow along. And of course, that leads to high retention. The algorithm loves high retention and your videos get a lot of views. So my videos are literally listicles. You don't have to literally do listicles, like have the number in the title. That's not necessary. But when you're making your videos, especially if you're writing scripts, they need to be in a list. And if you're just writing an outline, it should still be in a list. First, you talk about this, then you talk about this, then you talk about that, and so on and so forth. That is how you make writing really good videos and making really good videos super, super easy. And we have a bunch of AI tools that make this super easy. And if you want to have an opportunity to get access to some of these AI tools, attend the live training, click that link in the description and the pinned comment below. Now, I know that 99% of people watching this are never going to work directly with myself or my team. And that's completely fine. I love giving value and that's totally fine. We give value on this channel. We give value on our live trainings and we give 10 times more value than we receive easily. With that being said, for the 1% of you out there, the solopreneurs, the business owners, the people who really want to take YouTube seriously, right? Not the casual dabblers, but the people who really want to take YouTube seriously and take it to the next level, go ahead and book a call with us down in the description, the pinned comment below, or in our About section. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. We only accept about 18% of people who want to work with us the last time we calculated it. So if you're not a good fit to work with us, we are not going to work with you. So there's nothing for you to lose. You will get value from the call, whether or not we end up working together or not. So definitely check that out down in the description, the pinned comment below if you're the right type of person. But if you want to check out a video from someone who has worked with us, check out this video right here.